Welcome everyone to the winter solstice ceremony, December 21st, today. Longest night, shortest day, but the light is showing up tomorrow. It doesn't get any darker than this. The light is coming. That's what I want to keep you reminded of. And as many of you are priestesses, no matter what is out picturing, we're holding the vision of what's coming. Let's call in sacred space. Excuse me. Here we go. Let's all take a big deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're dropping that grounding cord down into the earth. And then inhale. Draw that earth energy up through your body. Send it up and out through the top of the head. Connect with the heart of the Great Mother above us. Inhale, draw that earth or that cosmic energy down through your body. Feel that as above, so below flow, coursing through your body as you anchor it on the planet. Then connecting to that, breathe in and breathe out, activate the as within, so without. As the universe, so the soul. Moving to the north, we welcome Mother Earth. We give thanks that we are here in a physical body. Moving to the south, we welcome water, clear, clean, current, emotional energy. We welcome love and abundance and joy and flow. Moving to the west, we welcome air, mind, focus, and clarity. Moving to the east, we welcome fire and movement and passion and divine right action. Moving to the center, we welcome the goddess in all her forms. Mother Isis, Mother Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Sophia, Sekhmet, Bridget, Hecate, White Buffalo Calf Woman, and the pipe gives praise. We call all that beautiful feminine energy down. We call up Mama Gaia to pull that energy through us. And we welcome our own sweet, extraordinary soul into this circle. We ask that all these energies be with us, pray with us, dance with us today for our mutual benefit. All right, here we go. Feet up. right, everyone. So let's just, you know, take a moment. I know that some of us, myself included, have had a little sluggishness ever since the full moon. And I think that's by divine design. It is so time for us to be in a place where we can be still, where we can be quiet, where we can just stop the noise for a minute. Hold on just 1 second. I got to stop the noise. Sorry about that. Sometimes when I talk loud, my autistic grandson thinks he needs to talk loud with me. Um, at any rate, I was awakened this morning at 3:30, and yeah, just take a pause, right? It's time. It's time to take a pause. And these were the words running through my head. Now, this doesn't happen to me. I'm not the kind of person that'll wake up and just have these voices talking to me. But it was like, make wise choices, do the right thing, make wise decisions. And I'm like laying there going, but I could literally feel the shift. I could feel us shift into this energy. Today or tomorrow, the sun moves into Capricorn, but we're already in the shadow of that. And Capricorn is all about making wise choices. We've been in Sagittarius, we've been in expansion, and now it's time to get focused. Right? Already there. It's time to get into that clear, focused clarity, that Saturn Capricorn energy. And we're going to be there for the next 30 days. So, if you were here for the full moon ceremony, we talked about all the major happenings, and I sent out a recording of that. There's some other things that are influencing us now that I can mention, but mostly this time is about getting still. It's about going deep, deep, deep inside and getting quiet. So the moon is hanging out with the North Node, and that suggests that you can, right now in this moment, more easily align with your life purpose if you follow your heart, if you really connect like we need to be doing right now. The sun also is shining a light on that North Node, and that indicates that adjustment is going to be needed to fulfill your reason for incarnating. So if you're not in alignment with what you came here to do, and that's part of the reason that I've been offering all the classes that help you get into that alignment, if you're not there, then it's time. It's time for you to start really looking at that. Life purpose theme is going to be energized for a while, and Jupiter's just going to make that bigger. Mercury and Uranus are hanging out, and Uranus is a big player. That's going to make it easy for you to get lots of intuitive hits. So this is a real intuitive time, and the only way you're going to get those messages is if you get quiet. So, and then finally, Chiron just turned direct in Aries 2 days ago. And so that means all of that healing and mentoring energy, whether you're on the receiving end or the giving end, is going to be highlighted. And then we've talked about this before, but we're going to talk about it again, because Saturn and Uranus is the biggest thing happening out there. Valerie says, is there another word for purpose, especially if one is ill and can't really get there? This is what I want to say. I'll speak into that, Valerie, is that whether you're ill or whether you're incapacitated or you don't feel like you can, quote unquote, do something that is within your life purpose, you are living it. You are living some aspect of it. If you've gotten this far in life, there's no way that you're not. So right now, if you're ill, then the time, your purpose is to get well. So just focus on that. All of that other life purpose stuff will catch up with you. So there won't be any other Saturn Uranus squares in 2022, but we don't need them because this one's so big. And it's going to influence us all the way through 2022. So we want to look at the positive qualities of this. There are a lot of things, a lot of abruptness that can happen right now. So we're not really out of the woods yet when it comes to hard astrological aspects. And with Uranus being a player, it can be sudden. It can be radical, sudden, catch you off guard. Like today, for instance, when I knocked my smoothie in the bathtub and suddenly my bath water turned purple and there's blueberries floating everywhere. It can be, and I thought I had just done this, the slides for this class, and I thought, well, there you go. I mean, it's like, it can be just like that. It's just like all of a sudden and big shift, and you got to do whatever to clean it up. So here's some of the good qualities. And these are qualities that you want to accentuate going forward. Responsible and balanced freedom. So using your freedom to be responsible and to make balanced choices. Cautious experimentation. So you can experiment with some new ideas and proceed very carefully. Freedom through structure. So, when we quit looking at Saturn as a hard taskmaster and look at it as giving you the structure that provides you freedom, it's a much different perspective. Liberating routines, setting up routines that give you more freedom. Hard-won liberation, liberation in increments, conscious and deliberate freeing of yourself. So anything that happens for us is going to happen because we deliberately intend it and take the necessary steps to make it happen. So that sense of nothing given freely, but you're going to also have that sense of accomplishment when you do take those necessary steps and get the outcomes that you desire. Other themes: tradition versus progress, authority versus rebellion, conservatism versus change, security and adventure, materialism and idealism, paying the price for freedom, and escaping from one predicament, maybe into another. So what we've been seeing out there in the world and even in our own personal lives are the breaking down of the old systems that no longer serve us and really aren't supporting us, so that we can raise up new systems that do. And if you don't want to get blindsided by those, then start setting them up yourself. Start making those conscious choices now that are going to support you in the future. So what this all means practically is seriously, 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 it's time to get quiet. I mean, the solstice time from now until the new year it's time to just go in and set things right. It's time to look at everything with clarity and wisdom, and it's time to make right choices. And right choices can also mean right choices in attitude. All of us have been through some very, very difficult times. Many of us have lost people we love. Many of us are having difficulties with our health. And so it can be real easy to fall into that place of negativity. And I'm not suggesting that we put on that false optimism that sometimes we can fall into, but I am telling you that all of us have things we can be grateful for. All of us have places that we have excelled, things that we've accomplished this year, things that we're excited about accomplishing next year. And that's where we need to focus our attention. We need to focus on gratitude, on all the things that are coming into the new, and keeping ourselves in a high vibration. Oops, went the wrong way. So once again, questions you may want to ask yourself. Am I making wise choices, specifically with your money? It's like right now we need to make sure that we support ourselves. So are you making right choices? Are you making wise choices in your relationships? Are you making wise choices in your relationship with this planet? And I'm telling you, folks, that's pivotal. We have to cultivate on a personal level a deep, abiding relationship with this earth that makes us make the right choices on all platforms. So, and this goes to doing the little things. You know, we may not be able to start a big movement individually, but we can recycle, we can donate, we can plant trees, we can pray. I mean, right now, we need to be praying for the leaders of this planet. We need to be praying for the planet herself, and we need to be praying for our relationship with her. And then finally, what do you want to create in 2022? Focus on the future. Focus on where we're going. Focus on what you're creating, no matter what is out picturing around you right now. And don't focus on all of the out picturing. If it troubles you, if it causes you pain, if it causes you fear, change channels and think about where you're going. So I pulled, and I'm never disappointed by this deck. I pulled some cards for us, and they were perfect. So I'm going to read them. I'm going to give you a little time to journal with each of them. and just see what comes up for you. So in the earth door, I pulled ethics. Ethics are defined as moral principles that govern a person's behavior or the conducting of an activity. They have to do with moral principles, fairness, justice, equity, honor, decency, integrity, and trustworthiness. When working with the element of earth, this principle is expanded to include all of creation, every sentient being, including the planet herself. Drawing this card can indicate that it is time for a journey inward. Are there places where your behavior has been unethical? Is there a place where you need to get clear on where you stand on an issue? Are you behaving in an equitable way? Are others treating you ethically? And what does Earth have to tell you about ethics? So take just a minute and see if Earth has anything to say with you, or say to you regarding ethics. And then in the water door, we pulled clear, clean, and current, which is one of my favorites. This definition of water's job with our emotions helps everything about emotional healing make sense. Water is the element that behaves like our emotions, or rather, our emotions behave like water. Water in its purest and most delightful form is clear. Clear water flows and sparkles and reflects and magnetizes all the beautiful things we love about water. When our emotions are clear, we feel good. We're happy. There's flow and light in our lives. Clean water is life-giving and life-affirming. And likewise, when our emotions are clean, we have more energy and more light to share with others. The current of water carries it to its destination. Likewise, if we have all of our emotional current in the present time, meaning we don't have any emotional stories attached to our past, then our life can flow to its highest and best destination with efficiency and grace. Where do you need to get your emotional waters clear, clean, and current? Is there any place where you're still holding on to stuff that you need to let go of? Now's the window. Let it go. Take a moment with water. Okay, let's move on to air. So I pulled radical revolutionary for air, which is so symbiotic with Uranus and all that it's about. Air has the power to shift outcomes at a moment's notice, and that's the energy we're in. By a simple shift in direction, it can reform all that we've created in a radical new way. A change of our thoughts can cause us to change our course and revolutionize our outcomes. It all begins with a tiny shift. Where do you need a radical, revolutionary shift? Where do you need to begin to think outside the box? What needs adjustment so your creations burst forth into the physical realm? And then fire, energize is what I got for fire. Fire is pure energy in motion. It can bring energy and life force to any situation. This is where we get the phrase light a fire under them. Fire can literally cause anything to move and move quickly. So, what needs to be energized in your life? Where do you need more energy to move you forward? How can fire help you energize your creations? Where do you need more movement? Ask fire to help you energize your actions to move your projects forward. And then I thought this was perfect. Spirit, I pulled ceremony. When working with the unseen, I know of no other tool that works better to shift the trajectory of creation than ceremony. Ceremony gives you a container to engage all the elemental forces in a sacred way and harness their energy with celebration and joy. It helps you actively work with all the forces of creation, including your intention. It can lift your spirits and bring the sacred into the mundane in a very real way. It opens your mind, your heart, and your cells and has the capacity to literally shift your DNA. So all of you today have shown up and are engaged in ceremony right now. Where else do you need some ceremony in your life? Where do you need to give yourself a dose of big love? So I encourage all of you, if you have the capacity, do a fire. Do a fire tonight. Really give yourself the opportunity to engage the energies that are present. My daughter sent me, she took a picture of a meme, and it says, every day of the fall has been getting darker towards today, but tomorrow it starts getting lighter in tiny, tiny increments, but light is coming. It doesn't get any darker than today. The light is coming. So give yourself a big dose of love and celebrate today. Put some intentions out there today. Do a fire today and really engage the energies that are present on the planet. It's a good day to do ceremony. Okay, you all know all of this already. There'll be another email if you want to learn about any of this, Sacred Rhythms and Body Wisdom Bootcamp. We only get, usually I have like a little week or two in there to rest, but we jump right in on January 2nd. That's the next new moon. So Body Wisdom Bootcamp and Sacred Rhythms will be there together. We're starting a new round of New Earth Priestess, a new round of Profitable Priestess, and New Earth High Priestess, more and more. There's CCT training. The beginner level begins the first weekend in January. So there's no time off. But take this week, this window, and really engage the energies, be in ceremony, and let the elements support you and support everything that you're shifting, everything that you're creating, everything that you're pulling in to form. Okay, we're going to dance. We're going to engage them right now. Here we go. Thanks, everyone. I give great thanks to the elemental forces for holding space for us today. I give thanks for all of these beautiful men and women that are doing their sacred work. And I close this circle in the light. Have a very blessed and happy holiday. And just be in gratitude and enjoy yourself. Enjoy your loved ones. Live in light. Love you all. And I will see you all next year, if not before. All right, I'm going to stop the share so that we can get this closed up.